Be honest, when did you two start dating? Dating. So it wasn't a dream. Now realizing what happened yesterday and how it all wasn't a dream, the blonde turned into a tomato. Seeing his face, Sakusa scoffs. Pulling down his mask, he started to sip on his drink. Seeing the lack of response, Yumi, frustrated, yells out in anger. Atsumu. I. Everything was very amusing to Sakusa. Yumi's angry interrogation followed by the blonde's embarrassment made him smile in delight. Putting down his drink, Sakusa started to speak. Don't yell so loud, we are in a cafe. We don't want to bother the other customers. I just want to know. Don't I deserve that at least? Although I don't care what you think, technically you are Atsumu's childhood friend, not mine. Since in this moment Atsumu has stopped working, I can give you some answer on behalf of him. Yumi looks at Atsumu, who is still frozen and ripe as a tomato. Sighing, she looks at Sakusa, saying, just tell me when you two started dating. 4 months ago. Atsumu and Yumi simultaneously looks at Sakusa in shock. Yumi looking down says, I see. What? We're not dating. What is he saying? Sakusa and Atsumu are sitting beside each other, and to their opposite in front was sitting Yumi. The blonde comes closer, whispering into Sakusa's ears. What are you doing? Why are you lying? Just play along. He whispers back, followed by a wink. Atsumu nods, not understanding but still listening. So any more questions? Who confessed first? She says now in a whisper. The way she was yelling just a few minutes ago, I was sure she can't lower her voice. I did. I really like Atsumu. And have been for a while. So 4 months ago I decided to confess my feelings. It really feels like it's the truth. Wow, Omi. You're doing great. Even I can't tell that you're lying. It could really work. After going on a few dates, Atsumu fell madly in love with me, his words not mine. Hey. Before the blonde could say anything, Sakusa shuts his mouth with his hand. You liar, you're making fun of me. The blonde immediately started to pinch his hand, and to stop the blonde, Sakusa hold his hands tight, putting their hand under the table. Luckily the whole shenanigan wasn't seen by Yumi, who was looking down the whole time. Wow, he really fell for you. Excuse me, I need to go to the bathroom. Yumi. Atsumu couldn't say anything to stop her, she was already out of their sight. Good riddance. Why did you do that? That was so mean. You wanted her to stop obsessing over you, and you're the one who asked me for help. At the pace you've been going, your family would have already married you two together. This plan is foolproof. Just say you're gay and I'm your boyfriend. But that doesn't mean I want to see her cry. You went too far. Can you let go of my hand? Nope, you are going to pinch me if I do. Wait, we skipped out a lot. To understand what happened we have to turn back time. As you may know now, Atsumu and Yumi are childhood friends. And are the same age, since both of their families were good friends, and are neighbors. They both spend their whole life together. From the close bond and friendship, both of their family wanted them to end up together. Thinking of them as the perfect couple, but in the blonde's eyes it felt weird, he was always against that thought. Since in his eyes Yumi was like a good friend and always thought she felt the same. But his carelessness quickly became a worry. When they turned 13 she confessed to him. At first he thought of it as a joke, and didn't take her word seriously. But slowly she became more obsessed, never letting him date or talk to any other girls. He felt suffocated, he always hated people giving him orders. Even though he told his parents many times, they didn't do anything to help. In his eyes, just because they are his parents, they don't own his life. He's allowed and free to do whatever he wants, and seeing Yumi just doing whatever her parents want, made him more creeped out. Although he doesn't hate Yumi, he also isn't very fond of her. She was kind and sweet, always looking out for him, but in this few years he doesn't know what happened that could change her this much. Just like any other days, at college, Atsumu decided to skip a class, heading up to the school rooftop. The blonde sits on his usual spot, waiting for his best friend. After Yumi followed him all around the college campus, Atsumu was exhausted, so unlike their usual meet-up time, which was their lunchtime, he came a class early just to take a nap. He was almost about to drift off to sleep when the door to their rooftop opened, revealing his complaining buddy. Seeing the blonde, he waved. You're early. What are you doing here? Is the class already over? Of course not. He sits down beside the blonde. I went to the washroom when I saw you running towards the stairs. Judging by you running, I assumed you headed towards the rooftop, so I followed you. You shouldn't have skipped the class. Says you. Anyways, I brought my lunch. Hungry. Tired. Hungry and sleepy. I'm all good. Then you can have some. So, did she chase you today as well? Yeah. Atsumu sighs. The blonde met Sakusa after coming to this college. Their first interaction was interesting. Since to hide from Yumi, Atsumu came to this rooftop meeting Sakusa, who was there to just pass the time. Luckily for the blonde, Sakusa decided to help him, successfully hiding him from Yumi. Coincidentally, that interaction wasn't their last meeting. making them spend more time together, and slowly Sakusa became someone whom he can share his worries. And in Atsumu's words, became a really good friend. Wow Omi, your lunch is very tasty. Share the recipe sometimes, next time I'll be the one who makes it for you. It's better for you to not cook, I don't mind sharing. Hey, you're making fun of me again. PFF, you finally can tell when I'm being sarcastic. You are so mean and stupid. Atsumu was still pouting when they heard a familiar voice calling his name. Hearing it, Atsumu immediately freaks out. Oh no, Yumi, what is she doing here? She is about to open the door. What do I do? Omi, help. Sorry about this. Huh, wah. Sakusa quickly puts their lips together, kissing the blonde. Atsumu was too shocked to do anything. Opening his eyes and seeing her shocked face, Sakusa takes it a step further by wrapping his arms around the blonde's waist, deepening their kiss. Yumi, shocked, slams the door shut, leaving the two behind. She walks away. After he was sure that she left, he lets go of Atsumu's waist. Did you just kiss me? I did, she already left. So don't forget to finish the lunch, I'll be off now. OMI. After opening the door and walking out, Sakusa quickly took a peek towards the blonde who was frozen on the place, closing the door. He smirks, thinking to himself. Oblivious as always, Mia. End of flashback. I'm not going to pinch you, I promise. Let go of my hand. She's coming, act madly in love. I don't know how to do that. Follow my lead. Placing the back of Atsumu's hand on his lips, he gently placed a kiss on it, purposefully showing Yumi their closeness. Sorry for disturbing you too. I'll be off, I don't feel very good. Why Yumi? I understand, it's alright Atsumu. Without saying anything more, Yumi left the cafe. After she left, Sakusa leans into his chair smiling. He says, task accomplished. Hearing what he said, Atsumu started to pinch him again. Ouch, what did I do now? I never should have let go of your hand. You promise you're not going to pinch me? Be quiet, you can be a lot. I hope this will be the end. Or so he thought. To be continued, not me having amazing ideas when I am sleep deprived. Anywho, I hope you all enjoyed the story. Follow and comment what you think about the story so far. This is all for today. See you soon. Can't wait to make this cutie more embarrassed.